Media Lab, and we want to talk about the mobile marketplace for advertising in particular. And so if you can give us a sense of where the mobile marketplace is right now to start with.
Sure, happy to, Jeffrey. By next year, the planet will have over 4 billion mobile devices around the world. It is the most pervasive consumer device in the world. That means that many people in many countries actually use mobile devices every day during their working lives. They use it to check bank balances, they use it to look at cricket scores, they use it for navigating and finding places. So we think that the mobile device will be the critical platform for advertising in many countries of the world, particularly because the business model in those countries is built around a different kind of business model which relies more on the advertising and marketing side.
Okay. And how do you see this advertising growing in different types of markets? Maybe give an example of overseas, for instance, what it's like at this time in terms of the growing market.
Right. So in India right now, mobile advertising is extremely strong, and as you know, there are different forms of mobile advertising and marketing. Everything from SMS to WAP advertising and marketing to what we call location-based, application-enabled advertising and marketing. In India in particular, it's extremely strong. Consider the fact that in India, the average monthly cost of using a mobile phone is only in the order of $7. So the advertising portion makes up an extremely important component to build out the revenue model, if you will, either for the carrier or others associated with that ecosystem.
And in the U.S. it's slower at this point.
In the U.S. it's definitely slower, there's no question, but catching up fast. And we've seen, for instance, the iPhone impact, where you have a platform which lends itself very nicely to a variety of types of marketing and advertising. We expect that in the U.S., this form of revenue generation for both carriers and other companies involved in the ecosystem will take off over the next 2 or 3 years. As the minute rates start to flatten, you have to find revenues elsewhere. So we really think that the advertising and marketing component will start to really ramp up.
And so in, let's say, 5 years or so, the U.S. will resemble Asia a little bit more?
I'm not sure about that, because one of the factors that is different in those countries is that they have many less computers than we do. We still rely on the computer to get a lot of information, whereas in places like India or China, the reliance on the mobile device is much, much more.
I see.
However, we're moving towards in that direction. There will still be differences by country.
So it'll follow, but slowly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Glad to be here.
Thanks.